Alrighty, y'all, what is going on? So, in today's video, we're gonna be adding a random legend to every single NBA team. Basically, the way this goes, pretty sure y'all seen Kenny's video of this, but basically, this one, for the Sixers, I'm basically gonna spin a random team. I got the little spin the wheel team, NBA team random spin the wheel thing, whatever you want to call it. But basically, I'm gonna spin that, and then I'm gonna roll a number 1 through 15, and depending on that number in the team, I'll be getting that player. So if I were to spin the wheel, and let's say I got the say I get the Celtics, right, and then I I get a random number, basically. So let's say, okay, matter of fact, here, just make this easy. So let's say I get the Wizards, right? So I go to the all-time Wizards team, and let's say I spin a random number, I get 8. So I get the eighth best player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the eighth best player on the all-time Wizards team would be Phil Chenier, and basically I'd add him over to the Sixers. So yeah, that's basically a quick way to get it done. But let's go ahead and actually spin the wheel now and see the first team and the number that we'll actually go ahead and get for the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's go and spin it. Let's see what team we get, and we stop at the okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Let me refresh. Hold on. Technical difficulties, but all right. Let's go and spin it. Let's see what team we get here. All time again, once again. So we get the all-time Milwaukee Bucks team generator. Excuse me, sorry. And then I'll do 1 through 15, and then now I generate a number, and y'all can hear the click. And I get the 7th best player on the all-time Bucks roster. Okay. All right, so the 7th best player on the all-time Bucks would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chris Middleton. All right, don't know how much that benefits the Sixers, but yep, Chris Middleton over on the Sixers. We'll go ahead and check out rosters in a second, but let's go ahead and go back to the wheel. So let's go ahead and get this next spin here for, I believe it will be the Bucks. Let's see the team after the Sixers. So the Cavaliers, the all-time Cleveland Cavaliers team. That's spinning number 1 through 15, and it is the 8th best player on the Cavs. So the 7th best player on the all-time Cavs team was Terrell Brandon. So not too sure how much that'll help him out, but he is officially a Milwaukee Buck. Obviously, once all this is done, I'll go through all the rosters. I'll make sure all the positions are right so they all play. Any rotations, I'll go ahead and fix as well. But let's go and spin for the next team, the Chicago Bulls. Let's see what they could get here in the wheel of NBA teams. All right, let's go and spin it. Also, I'm not eliminating any teams, so any all-time NBA teams could get repeated. But for the Bulls, we go ahead and get the Charlotte Hornets, and the number is the 12th best player on the all-time Hornets team is getting added to the Bulls. All right. So the 12th best player in the all-time Hornets roster is Kendall Gill. So we'll go ahead and sign him over to the Bulls. Not too sure how much that helps him out, but he replaces Julian Phillips. So now they got Kendall Gill as their best player. Okay. Really don't know how much that helps him out, but let's go ahead and move on to the next spin for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 16-1 in the NBA. So let's see what other legend they could add to their great team that they got going on. So the Cleveland Cavaliers will be getting what team is going to land here? The Dallas Mavericks, okay. And the best player is, they are going to get the worst player on the all-time Mavs team. All right. So the worst player on the all-time Mavericks is Sean Bradley. So not too sure how much that helps him out, but yeah, he's on their roster. I guess they're getting more deep. I guess to replace somebody, but he's officially on the Cavs. Sean Bradley, welcome to the team. And now the next spin, let's go ahead and get into it. It should be, I believe it would be for, what team would it be? It is for the Celtics. All right, so the Celtics, deepest team in the NBA, we could say, they are going to get the Milwaukee Bucks again. Okay, and this time they are going to get the 7th best player. All right, so they could actually have someone pretty decent here. The 7th best player on the all-time Bucks is Michael Redd, so they get another shooting machine there. Don't know if he'll start over Derek White or Drew Holiday, but he is officially over in Boston. Obviously has super 6-man. Pair him with Payne Pritchard and Al Horford off the bench, and yeah, the Celtics just got even better, so that's definitely a team to look out for. Now, Let's go ahead and get the next spin for the Clippers started. Let's see who they could add. Obviously, a fully healthy roster. So let's go and take a look what team or what player they get. So let's go and spin it, spin it, spin it. Let's see what team it lands on. And it's going to be the Toronto Raptors. Okay, not too much history over there. It's an expansion team, so obviously they haven't been around too long. But let's go and see. Let's get a random number and we get the best player in Raptors history, and I'm pretty sure that would be Kawhi Leonard, right? So the best player on the all-time Raptors was Vince Carter. He was tied with Kawhi Leonard, but obviously Vince was at the top. So I thought we was gonna have to dupe Kawhi for a second, but obviously Vince Carter is over here. So now we got a Vince Carter, Kawhi Leonard, 3 and 4 1-2 punch. That's the team to look at. But let's go spin for the Grizzlies and see who they could get next. So spin it. Let's see who the Grizzlies get here. All-time Magic team. All right, and the number player of they getting the 14th best player on the all-time Magic team. All right. So the 14th best player on the all-time Magic team is Darrell Armstrong. So to get another guard, unlucky. They pretty much need guards. But Darrell Armstrong is the unfortunate pick for them. Still a great player nonetheless, but not really the player they needed. But I mean, they get another piece to add to their pretty deep team. So they got a nice young vet, or nice vet, I should say, not nice young, but nice vet they got over there to, I guess, lead the squad. And the next spin is going to be for the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see what type of player they could get. Obviously, anything they could use it. So let's spin the wheel here. The Atlanta Hawks will select from the all-time Thunder team. Okay, so they definitely got some nice history there. Let's go ahead and spin the random number generator, and they get the 5th best player on the all-time Thunder team. All right, or I guess you could say slash Supersonics. So they get another guard, Shai Gilgeous, another active player, current player. So we got 2 Shays in the league. Obviously, I'm not deleting nobody on any of these teams, but Shai and Trae Young, I'll obviously end up moving Shai over to the 2 in a second here. But yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over on the Hawks now with Trae Young. All right. So let's go and move on to the Heat next. So the Miami Heat, obviously they can use any help they could get here. They get the all-time Pelicans team. All right, not too much there unless they get a top 3 number, and they get the 15th best player, basically the worst player on their all-time roster. But obviously it should still be good as it is all-time. The worst player on the all-time Pelicans team will be Eric Gordon. I guess they get more shooting. They could have got off the bench Eric Gordon, primary Gordon, obviously. I don't know how much that'll help their team, but they obviously get him over there, so we'll see how they do. But let's go and spin the next for the current Hornets. So the current Charlotte Hornets, let's see who they'll add next to Melo, Brandon Miller, Nick Richards, player from the all-time Timberwolves team. All right, and what number do they get? They'd get the 5th best player on the all-time Timberwolves. All right, let's just go ahead and take a look while I'm here with y'all. Let me actually switch my screen real quick. So it'll be, so the all-time Timberwolves team, the 5th best player would be another guard. Sam Cassell over to Charlotte. All right, yeah. Great player, but again, not somebody they need. I guess Brandon Miller could probably move back to the 3. Yeah, like I said, I'll fix all that later. But yeah, Sam Cassell over in Charlotte. So next team is the Jazz. Obviously the worst team in the league in my opinion. So really anybody they get is good for them. And they'll select from the all-time Pistons team, and they'll be getting the 10th best player. 10th best player on the all-time Pistons teams is Jerry Stackhouse. Actually a nice decent spin for them. But obviously, like I said, it's the Jazz. They could really use any help they get. But they got a nice pick. Jerry Stackhouse, a nice little scorer they got over there. Pair him up next to Larry Markkinen and John Collins. Yeah, they could definitely, probably still going to be one of the worst teams in the league, but at least they got a scorer over on their team. So the the Kings, excuse me, let's see what type of player they could get. They'll select from the all-time Timberwolves team again, and this time they'll be getting the 14th best player, basically second to last worst. All right, so the Kings, they go ahead and add Latrell Sprewell. Nice little small forward they got over there. Don't know how the roster's gonna look. I guess he'll probably be their 6-man, super 6-man. So that's definitely a nice pick for them next to DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Sabonis. They got another nice scorer, so pretty decent pool for them. Not bad at all. So the next team, I believe it would be the Knicks. So let's go and see where they would be selecting from. They'll be selecting from the all-time Sixers team, and the player they're gonna get is the 13th best player on the all-time Sixers team. All right. So the 13th best player on the all-time Sixers is Doug Collins. Don't know too much about him, but he's a shooting guard, 25 years old, at the 87 overall. So they got another nice player over there to team up with them. I get probably gonna be starting over Mikal Bridges. So nice pool for them. And now the next team will be the Lakers. A point guard here will be nice, or a center, move AD to the 4. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel and take a look. So the Lakers here will be added. Let's go take a spin at the wheel, and they'll be added from the all-time Kings team. Not too great, could be worse. And the player they'll be getting is the 14th best player. Why are we all getting high? So the 14th best player, actually not bad, Kevin Martin. Nice little score, nice score they could have. Starter of Austin Reeves, Kevin Martin though. Off to the Lakers. They could have used the center, but you know, it is what it is. I'm keeping Bronny. So Maxwell Lewis, bye-bye. And Kevin Martin obviously will now be the 3rd best player on the team over Austin Reeves. So they do got a nice lineup over there. And let's go and take a look and spin for the Magic next. So the Magic, a nice young team, up and coming team. Pretty good. Paolo MVP consideration. Franz Wagner been heating up, but they'll go ahead and select from the all-time Cavs team. So let's see what type of player they get. And they'll be getting the 8th best player on the all-time Cavs roster. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see who it is. So the 8th best player on the all-time Cavs will be free. Hey, they got a point guard. Not much I can really say. Don't know too much about him. Don't want to trash him. Don't want to praise him too much. But they got their point guard. So 2nd best player. And goddamn, that forward definitely. I can definitely tell a lot's been on his mind lately. Wow. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the Mavs will add here. Obviously, a nice lob threat next to Luka here, or a shooter, power forward, small forward. They'll be selecting from the all-time Knicks team. Let's go and see who they pick up. They'll be selecting the 9th best player. Can we actually get like a high number, like a top 3, top 5 player? I'm getting tired of these low numbers here. So the 9th best player on the all-time Knicks will be Allen Houston. Another scorer, I guess he probably moving to small forward. Clay's gonna come off the bench. But yeah, Allen Houston, another scorer they got play next to Luka and Kyrie. Yeah, Clay off the bench. Sorry to burst your bubble, Clay, but yeah, you just getting too old now. Allen Houston over on the Mavs. Now let's go ahead and take a look and spin for the Nets. Again, Nets, another team that can use whatever the help they can get. So let's see who we'll be picking from, and we'll be selected from the Cavs again, 3rd or 4th time now, and the best player they'll get is the 8th best player again. Wow. So this time, the 8th best player on the all-time Cavs team, Campy Russell. Don't know too much about him. Small forward. Welcome to the Nets, I guess. Yeah, sorry, Brooklyn, but I'm just cute. It's literally second time I spun for the Cavs, and it's the 8th best player. Nothing I can do. Like, there's nothing for me to do at this point. Keon Johnson, bye-bye. Boom. Campy Russell, best player on the Nets, just like that. Denver's up next, baby. Let's go ahead and see who we can pair up next to Nikola Jokic. They'll be selecting from the all-time Pacers team, and they'll be getting the 3rd best player. Finally, a top 3 pick. Let's go ahead and take a look who that is. My guess, though, is probably going to be Mel Daniels. I was close. Mel Daniels was the 2nd, but Jermaine O'Neal is the 3rd. So, actually, that's pretty good for the Nuggets, because now they got a defensive monster in Jermaine O'Neal to play next to Jokic. So they definitely got a nice, yeah, Jokic, Jermaine O'Neal, 290s. That's definitely a scary team to go up against. Yeah, probably good luck to the rest of the NBA. Wow. Pacers. Let's see who we can get for y'all. Who we get at the y'all team. Y'all be selecting from the Knicks. Okay, division rivals. They'll be getting the 4th best player. All right, let's go ahead and take a look who they get. Right, so the 4th best player on the all-time Knicks was Richie Guyan. I don't know how to say his last name, but yeah, he'll be on to the Pacers. Shooting guard. So that's definitely a nice backcourt with him and Hallie over there leading the Pacers. So definitely another team to look out for. James Johnson, bye-bye. And now the top 3 players are Richie, Pascal, and Tyrese Halliburton. Definitely a nice team over in the East. Maybe another team to beat. I don't know. We'll end up seeing. But the Celtics, they got Michael Redd over there. So that's definitely another great team to look out for in the East. Pelicans is your next team here. Can we get like a great all-time team here? Cavs again. Oh my, what number we getting for the Cavs? I'm tired of you, Cleveland. The 9th best player. Are y'all for real? Oh my god, I'm sick of this shit. The 9th best player on the Cavs again. Oh my god, I'm getting tired of kids. If we roll Cavs, can we get at least like 1 or 2, please? But Harrell Williams, welcome to New Orleans. I guess I really don't know where you fit, but yeah, I guess you'll be the starting center. I'll probably end up moving you to as a starting center. But yeah, welcome to New Orleans. You the 4th best player on the team, so big yay, I guess. All right, moving on to the Pistons. Another team that could use a lot of help here. Let's go and see who they'll select from. They'll be selecting from the Sixers, okay, and they'll be getting the third best player on the all-time Sixers team. All right, that is a great pick there. Let's go ahead and see who they'll be picking up. So the third best player on the all-time Sixers team is actually Joel Embiid. I'm assuming this will be his MVP year, so I actually forgot what team we added him to, but the Pistons, yeah. Joel Embiid over in Detroit, definitely a nice pick and roll with Cade and Joel over there. So that's definitely a great team to look out for, at least just those two. But yeah, the MVP Embiid next to Cade Cunningham, definitely a great team to look forward to. Let's go and get the spin out the way for the Raptors, Canadians' very own. They'll be selecting out of New York again. Okay, so close to the Lakers, so close to Houston, even Washington I would have taken. But the Raptors, y'all getting the fifth best player on the all-time Knicks team. All right, so let's actually go ahead. I'll just bring y'all with me here. Let me switch my screen and boom. So yeah, the fifth best player on the team is Dave DeBusschere. So he'll be over in Toronto. Yeah. Congrats. He'll probably be our starting center. Jamal Sheedy has been great. So Garrett Temple gone. Boom. Yeah. 6'6" center. I don't know how I'm gonna rock this team. I'll figure it out once the time comes though. So let's go and spin for the next team. That'll be the Houston Rockets. So the Houston Rockets here, they'll be selecting from the team of the Denver Nuggets. Okay, new team we haven't gotten yet. And let's go and see what number player they'll be getting. And they'll be getting the 11th best player. All right, yeah, not good. For the 11th best player on the Nuggets all-time team, Kiki Vandeweghe. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name on YouTube. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. But yeah, Kiki Vandeweghe. He's over in Houston. Definitely a nice pickup for them. He averaged about 29, 30 in the season before. So obviously they got another score. Yeah, definitely great pickup. Let's go ahead and move on to the Spurs. I just want to get all this stuff over with real quick. All right, spin for the Spurs is going to be the team of all-time Indiana Pacers. We're just getting the same teams over and over again, and this time we'll be getting the sixth best player. All right, so the sixth best player on the all-time Pacers team, Ron Artest, defensive monster. As we all know, won defensive player of the year. Can't remember what year, but he did win it before, and he'll be headed to the Spurs. So they definitely got a nice defensive team there with Ron Artest and Wemby. Yeah, definitely they could probably score too, so definitely, yeah, teams going up against these Spurs, definitely good luck scoring against these two guys. So the next team will be the Phoenix Suns. Probably looking for a big man here. Let's see what team they'll be selecting from. And they'll be selected from the Wizards. Okay, I thought it was going to be the Knicks again, but at least we get a new team. And they'll be getting the fourth best player out of the all-time Wizards team. All right, my guess, Elvin Hayes. That was actually a terrible guess because Elvin Hayes was the best player on the team, but the Suns, they get Earl to Pearl Monroe, so they got a full-time point guard. So definitely a nice pick, better than Tyus Jones, Monte Morris, all the point guards they got now. Earl Monroe, definitely a great pickup for them, and we'll be moving on to the next team. This spin would be for the OKC Thunder. Let's see who they go ahead and pick up here. They'll be selecting out of the all-time Kings, okay, and they'll be getting the second best player. My guess will be Chris Webber. And never mind, I wasn't too far off because Chris Webber was fifth. I thought he was going to be, he's behind Tiny Archibald, Mitch Richmond, and the player we'll be getting is Jerry Lucas. Great pick, power forward onto the Phoenix Suns, or no, Thunder, excuse me, not the Suns, because the Suns we just added Earl Monroe, but the Thunder get Jerry Lucas, a nice 4, so they'll probably end up moving Jalen Williams to the 3. Definitely look into that. Brandon Carson, see ya, and then boom, yeah, 95 overall. Definitely, yeah. 2K already loves this team as is, so adding him onto that probably just confirmed that they're winning the championship this year. Now let's go ahead and spin for the next team that 2K truly loves, the Timberwolves. Let's see who they'll be picking out of. They'll be so close to the Lakers, but they'll be picking from the Rockets, and they'll be getting the 7th best player from Houston. I obviously really got no clue who that could be. So the 7th best player on the all-time Rockets will be Yao Ming. That's a nice pick. I went from Cat and Gobert to Yao and Gobert. So another version of the Twin Towers. Julius Randle, not too sure where you fit. But yeah, Yao Ming probably going to be moving to the 4. That's definitely a great pick for them. So they got 3 centers leading the pack now again. Obviously, yeah, no more Cat, and they replace them with Yao Ming and Julius. The Trailblazers, another one of the worst teams in the league. Any help they'll take, and we'll be selecting out of the Thunder for them, and they'll be getting the worst player on the all-time Thunder team. All right, really got no clue that is, but my guess would be, I don't know, Nick Collison. So the 15th worst player on the Thunder is this guy. He's obviously a current player, so we're not gonna go with him. We'll just move up over to Xavier McDaniel. Yeah, so he'll be added to the Trailblazers. Like I said, any help they get, they need it. So Xavier McDaniel obviously takes the spot as the best player on the Blazers. Don't know what he's done in his career. I guess he averaged 17 in 1990, 23 and 86. Okay, explains why he's on the all-time Thunder team then. So second to last team, the Warriors. Let's go ahead and spin for them. Let's see who they'll add to this nice team they got over here. I guess you could call them nice. So the Golden State Warriors, who will they fit next to Steph Curry, Draymond Green? They'll be selecting out of the Brooklyn Nets. Well, not too much history over there, but it's definitely something. Maybe Vince Carter, Kenyon Martin. They get the 11th best player on the all-time Nets team. Wow. All right, just low numbers we're going here, huh? So the 11th best player on the all-time Nets, Brook Lopez. Probably the best player in franchise history. Obviously leads their team in franchise points. So thought he'd be higher on the list, but he'll be over on to the Golden State Warriors. So I guess they got a stretch five, I guess you could say, because that's how 2K has him. Even though in Brooklyn, New Jersey, whatever you want to call it, he was a post player. He never shot threes. But yeah, they got a nice stretch five over there. I guess nice for the Warriors, nice for Steph. But not least for the Washington Wizards. Let's see what team they'll be picking out of. Obviously, again, they get the Celtics. All right, a great team. Really went through like 7, 8. They get a superstars. So obviously the worst team in the league, or one of the worst. I don't know who y'all consider worst. Probably Utah, I'd consider personally. But let's see who they get. They'll be getting the 10th best player. All right, just outside that threshold that I just mentioned. All right, let's see who it is. Maybe I was wrong. Not outside the threshold. They get Jason Tatum. One away from Kevin Garnett. One away from Bill Sharman. I'm pretty sure they probably, I guess since Tatum's younger, yeah. This is a good pick for them. Jason Tatum over onto the Wizards. So we get 2 Tatums in the league. Let's add him to the Wizards. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, but these are all the rosters here. Obviously, I'll go ahead and fix all the positions, fix all the rotations, and then yeah, once I figure all that out, I'll go ahead and check in with y'all, and I'll give y'all a quick look at the rotations. All right, so after a little bit, I finally got the positions, the rotations correct. So I'm gonna just go over it real quick and not to waste too much time. Paul George playing at 2, Chris Middleton at the 3. The Bucks, Terrell Brandon off the bench. He's 5'11". Dame's 6'2", so I couldn't really move any of them to the shooting guard. Gives them more bench play though. So they got Terrell Brandon, Bobby Portis off the bench for that. The Bulls, they got Kendrick Gilchrist, not too much done there. Kobe White off to the bench. Cavs, Sean Bradley off to the bench, not too much done over there. Celtics, Michael Redd starting over Derek White, so they got a nice, they got an 87 overall 6-man. The Clippers, Vince Carter starting, obviously. Grizzlies, Darryl Armstrong, he's just gonna come off the bench. He's 6'1" compared to Marcus Smart 6'3", and Marcus Smart, he's a great defender, so I'll just keep him there in the backcourt with John Morant and even Desmond Bane. So that's a nice one. Starting 5 they got over there. The Hawks, obviously I just moved Shea to the 2, and he replaced Destin Daniels, who should probably get an overall jump once this roster update comes out. The Heat, pretty much just turned on non-starter for Eric Gordon because they wanted to start him over Tyler Hero, have Hero come off the bench as a 6-man. But Hero is the best player on this team now, so I'm not going to have him come off the bench. There's that. The Hornets, I moved Sam Cassell to the 2, Brandon Miller back to the 3, his natural position. The Jazz, Jerry Stackhouse starts at the 2. Obviously, he's the best player. The Kings, they got Latrell Sprewell off the bench. Really couldn't start him over anybody. Malik Monk also moved down as well. And then as for the Knicks, yeah, Doug Collins starting at the 2. Obviously, like I said, Josh Hart moved down to the bench. The Lakers, Kevin Martin, I moved him to the 3 because that's what Coach wanted to play him as anyway. So Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Bron, AD with Kevin Martin at the 3 guard or 3 spot, whatever you want to call it. But they got a nice squad over there, so definitely a nice team to look at. The Magic, Roby Free starting over Jalen Suggs off the bench now. Okay. The Mavs, Allen Houston, like I said, he's starting at the 3. Klay Thompson down to the bench. The Nets, Campy Russell, best player on the team. Not much done there. The Nuggets, yeah, they got a nice team here. Murray, Christian Brown, MPJ, Jermaine O'Neal, and Jokic as the front court with Eric Gordon, Russell Westbrook, Schroeder, and Peyton Watson coming off the bench. Basically just made every team a 9-man rotation as well. The Pacers, Richie, best player on the Pacers, really couldn't do much there. The Pelicans, I moved Hot Rod Williams to the 5, so he's 6'11". He went down in overalls, which is fine, but he's got an A- rebound, and that's cool too. His stats will be, so let's see, 81 offensive rebound, 82 defensive rebound, so definitely a great fit at the 5. I moved CJ down to the bench, started Herb Jones over him just so they can have more defense. So yeah, they got a nice bench off there, and they even got a great starting 5 with Hot Rod Williams at the 5. Obviously, the only spot they're missing. The Pistons, pretty much just Embiid at the 5. He's the best player on the team. Not much was done there. The Raptors, I moved Scotty to the 3, RJ Barrett to the 2, and then David Dubuisher, obviously best player. He's 6'6", really couldn't move him to the starter center spot. Grady Dick off the bench was unfortunate, but it had to happen for this team to get the best players possible in their starting lineup. The Rockets, Kiki, starting at 3. Not much was done there. Tyrese and Amin Thompson. We know what they're doing in real life. Untouchables. And as for the Spurs, Ron Artest, great defensive lineup here. Jeremy Sohan, I guess he could be great defensively too. And then, yeah, there's that Chris Paul, Devin Vassell at the backcourt. Suns, Earl the Pearl Monroe starting at the 1, which is typical. Not really much I could have done there. Thunder, so I did a couple changes here. So Shea obviously at the 1, but Alex Caruso, his position was at a small forward, so I switched it over to shooting guard / point guard as a secondary, and then moved Jalen Williams to the 3 / power forward as his backup position or secondary, and then Jerry Lucas obviously at the 4, and then Chet Holmgren at the 5, and then all these guys coming off the bench here. So yeah, definitely another team to look at as well. Case and Wallace, unfortunately, in the reserve for some reason. I really don't know why. Yeah, 2K's definitely got to fix that. But next team right here, Timberwolves, made a couple changes here. Yao Ming unfortunately goes down 2 overalls if you move him to the power forward, so he's at 89. Randall goes up 1 overall at the 3 though, so I definitely got, yeah, nice front court there. Randall, Mingo, Bear. Not too sure how about the space and how that'll look on the court, but in the game 2K that never matters. But definitely another team to look at. The Blazers, Xavier McDaniel, not much was done there. DeAndre Ayton coming off the bench for Robert Williams now though. Okay. Warriors, Brook Lopez starting at 5, so I guess, yeah, there's that. And then last but not least, the Wizards, Jason Tatum, best player on the team, so not really much I can say there. But I'm gonna go hit some to the All-Star break, see who's leading us in award races, who's an All-Star, yada yada yada, whatever standings, stats per game, and I'll see y'all whenever that time comes. So we're here at the All-Star break, or just before the trade deadline. Let's go take a look at the standings real quick. First things first. So it looks like the Celtics with Michael Redd are the best team in the East, and the Mavs with Allen Houston are the best team in the West. Okay, followed by the Timberwolves with Yao Ming, Thunder with Jerry Lucas, and then the Lakers with Kevin Martin. Okay, great. Nuggets with Jermaine O'Neal, 5th seed. Rockets with Kiki. Golden State with Brook Lopez, and then the Clippers with Vince Carter round out the top 8 over in the West, and then Pelicans with Hot Rod, and the Jazz with Jerry Stackhouse leads them to the 10th seed in the West. Okay, he's averaging 26. As for the East, I probably should start with that first. As for the East, the Knicks with, I want to say, who is it? Doug Collins, 2nd. Pacers with Richie, 3rd. Miami with Eric Gordon, okay, I guess. Toronto with David Dubuisher, 5th. Hawks with Shea, 6th. Milwaukee with Terrell Brandon off the bench, they're 7th, and then 8th with Philly with, I want to say, Chris Middleton, yep, as a starter there. 8th. Pistons with Embiid, okay, and then the Bulls with Kendall Gill, 10th over on the East. So the worst team would be the Hornets with Sam Cassell. All right, cool. And then worst team on the West would be Portland with Xavier McDaniel, okay. Sacramento with Latrell Sprewell, bad too, and then Washington with Tatum is pretty bad too. So league leaders, let's go take a look. Points per game being led by Shea on the Thunder, okay. 34 points per game. Rebounds, Jerry Lucas on the Thunder, okay. Jokic on the Nuggets, 11 assists. Kawhi with 2.5 steals. Blocks would be Embiid on the Sixers. Turnovers, Shea. Fouls, Dave. Field goal percentage, Giannis, okay. 3-point percentage, Terrell Brandon, damn near 50% from 3. Free throw percentage, Steph, okay. And then let's go take a look at the award races. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the All-Star teams. But Luka's leading it in MVP. Alex, our rookie of the year. Terrell Brandon, 6th man of the year. Okay. Vic Depoy and Cade, most improved. And then clutch player would be Shea on the Hawks. So he's pretty much the only, quote-unquote, I guess, legend. He's good. It's too early to call him a legend. All right. But he's, quote-unquote, legend so far. Only that's winning the award. And then All-Star teams would be Shea on the Hawks. Okay. Who is, okay, Richie Guyon, Dave Dubuisher. Tatum on the Wizards. Okay, he's averaging 26, 8 and 6. And Embiid on the Pistons. Not even great numbers, but he's an all-star as well. And then that's it for the East. As for the West, they get Vince Carter on the Clippers. Okay, he's averaging 27. Jerry Lucas on the Thunder. Okay, he's got great numbers there. And then Jerry Stackhouse on the Jazz, obviously. Dunk contest, nobody. Okay, and then let's go. I just want to take a look at all the players I added stats, right? Let's just get it done quickly. So Chris Middleton, 17. Terrell Brandon, 14 and 6. Kendall Gill, 18. Sean Bradley, 9 and 9. Michael Redd, 21. Vince Carter, 27. Darrell Armstrong, 10 and 4 off the bench. Shea, 28, 5 and 7. Eric Gordon off the bench, 13. Sam Cassell, 16 and 9. Jerry Stackhouse, 26. Charles Spiro, 12. Doug Collins, 17. Kevin Martin, 18, 5 and 5, 41% from 3. Great addition for the Lakers. Will be free, 22 and 6 as they full-time as the Magic's point guard. Allen Houston, 21. It can't be Russell, 20. Jermaine O'Neal, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, is still in a block. Okay, thought those defensive numbers would be way higher. Richie, 23, 8 rebounds as a shooting guard. Okay, Hyrule Williams, double-double, 13 and 10. Embiid on the Pistons, 20 and 9. Dave, 23-13. Kiki, 23. Ron Artest, 9 and 5. 2 steals, block and a half. Those are nasty numbers. Sorry, I had a hiccup. Irma Rowe, 18 and 7. Jerry Lucas, 22 and 13. Yao Ming, 17 and 12. Xavier McDaniel, 15 and 8. Nasty. Brook Lopez, second best player on the Warriors, 21 and 11, 2 blocks. And last but not least, Jason Tatum on the Wizards, 26, 8 and 6. So let's just go and sim through the rest of the season. Let's see who ends up finishing number 1 and who ends up winning MVP and all that. So MVP even in the world for the Luka MVP, sure. Zachary Richey Rookie of the Year. I'm in Thompson 6-man. Vic Depoy. I'm in time, but yeah, no new awards. I guess Shan the Hawks Clutch Player of the Year. Cool. Jason Kidd Coach of the Year. All right, All NBA teams. Nobody new. Okay, Jerry Lucas on base, second team on the Thunder. All right, Shea on the Hawks, and then Dave as well for the Raptors. And then third team. Okay, we get both Tatums over there on the third team. Great for Tatum. David Boucher, all defensive first, and Ron Artest, defensive second team. All right, so the playoffs, it will be OKC. OKC, Houston, Denver, Clippers, Dallas, Golden State, Minnesota, Lakers, Boston, Chicago, Pacers, Miami, Toronto, Atlanta, and New York, Philly. So let's just go ahead round by round. I just want to get this over real quick. So the Knicks been eliminated, Lakers been eliminated, Rockets eliminated, Heat eliminated, Warriors eliminated, okay, Nuggets eliminated, Bulls eliminated. All right, so these are the teams that advanced. If y'all go ahead and take a look. Yeah, Boston, Indiana, probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably gonna be OKC. Boston is my pick. Let's go ahead and sim this round. And okay, both teams that I picked just lost. Okay, so OKC eliminated. All right, so it's a Dallas Clippers Western Conference Finals and Indiana Philly Eastern Conference Finals. Let's go and see who advances here. And Clippers. Ooh, oh my God. Clippers just blew a 3-0 lead in the. Okay. Hey, Allen Houston on the Mavs, bro. Clippers just blew a 3-0 lead with Allen Houston on the event. All right. Luka, Western Conference Finals MP, Hallie, Eastern Conference. So, Mavs, Pacers Finals. All right. Wow. Dallas did a reverse sweep, and Indiana did an actual sweep. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Game 1, Clippers won. Game 2, Clippers won. Game 3, Clippers won. Game 4, they lost. 5, they lost. 6, they lost. 7, they lost. And actually, 4 and 5 was real close. So, Game 5, they lost by 1 point. And then Game 4, they actually lost by 3. All right. So, point differential, 2 points average. So, Mavs, Pacers Finals. Pacers take Game 1 with Richie. Mavs take Game 2 here. Okay, Luka triple-double. Allen Houston 30. Mavs take a 2-1 lead. Allen Houston again 30. Pacers tied up at 2 apiece. Luka 36-point triple-double. Pacers take a 3-2 lead. Okay, and will the Pacers come out on top here? No, because Mavs force a Game 7. Kyrie 30. It's insane that 3 players on this team could go off any night for 30. Even Klay Thompson could. Let's see Game 7 here, though. Mavs versus Pacers. Allen Houston versus Richie Guyon. And it looks like so far, yeah, I was going to hop in if it was close, but it's not close at all. The Mavs are walking away with this win right here. Yeah, they blew out the Pacers by 43 points in the Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Allen Houston, Jesus Christ, 41 points and 12 threes in a Game 7 NBA Final game. Oh my God. Luka, 27, 14, and 16, probably Finals MVP. Yeah, Luka, perfect season right there. Regular season MVP, Finals MVP, NBA championship. So, hey, apparently adding all the legends on to a random team. Mavs still come out on top. Allen Houston made Dallas a championship team, took them to the top, or got them over that slump. So, if y'all enjoyed this video, just a little something new, appreciate y'all ideas. But again, if y'all enjoyed it, please leave a like. I'll be seeing you on the next one. And trust me, I got plenty more of this coming soon.